mean, is there a place for the carnivore diet? And that's not a meat diet. You know, it's a carnivore diet. It's head to, you know, nose to tail, not meat. It's the true carnivore diet.
Yeah, I think there's a place for it. I mean, I actually recommend it occasionally. I think probably its benefits are removing the foods that sometimes trigger problems. So to me, it's more about the microbiome and the gut. So if your gut is completely, you know, when someone's gut is completely off whack, sometimes what we consider healthy vegetables can be triggers, whether it's lectins or high FODMAP foods, we're not sure what. But I think why the carnivore diet seems to help is it's eliminating a lot of these foods that we are triggering inflammation in the body, which is often just a temporary thing. They're not, you know, so, you know, I'll use a carnivore diet for a month and then maybe reintroduce foods, but at the same time, I'm learning to, you know, heal the gut. And this is where I have a problem with when I said some of those doctors, they see it very, this is the way, carnivore diet. You know, we in functional medicine, or what I do, is a much more holistic perspective. We, you know, if we use a carnivore diet, we also looking to create more balance in the gut, you know, treat a leaky gut, create balance in the microbiome. So I think the carnivore diet can play a part. I don't know if it's a healthy long-term diet. It's not something I would recommend long-term. You know, we know from the research now, I've just written a book on longevity, which is, you can get, it's an ebook, you can get it. As you get older, eating too much animal protein actually is not good for your longevity genes. It stimulates one of them called mTOR, which is, you know, you don't want to grow cancers. And, you know, when you're younger, increasing your mTOR gene is fine because you want to grow. But once you're in your 40s and 50s, I'm 65, I don't want to eat all that meat because it's not good for longevity. So it all depends what stage of life you're in, what's going on in your system. To me, there's no one right diet for everyone, and there's no one right diet at any particular, you know, it changes with time. So that's where I have a problem with, you know, the low carb, the dogma of a low carb diet, of a carnivore diet, of a vegan diet. I think they're all full of shit, excuse my language, because they may be right for some people, and they do. And I use, you know, I eat for the most part a low carb diet, and I recommend a carnivore diet temporarily for some people. Is it the answer for everyone and everything? No. And I think people see things through their lenses. I tend to try and see a much broader lens, and that I think comes from my Chinese medicine mentors. They taught me, you know, one thing Ephraim always used to say: what works for one, you know, something can work for one person, and for the second person it won't do anything, and for the third person it'll do violence. And that was a word he used. It helps someone. It does nothing for the second person. It actually harms the third person. I think that's a healthier way to look at it, to say the carnivore diet is going to work for everyone. Does it work for some people? Yeah, absolutely. I have no doubt. I've seen it, but it's not something I think is a long-term solution.